It almost sounds like funeral music for one team.
Well,
But nonetheless, this is another late night edition. It's more of a post-game edition of the Mizzle Dub Show as we were recording live at 12:34 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And by God, yes, it is 5 o'clock, some damn where, as we say cheers and salute. And well, needless to say, we are twinning tonight. Needless to say that we are both wearing the first championship shirt from the first championship in 2014, 2015 of this amazing run. A lot of us thought possibly they might put the fix in and we might be going back to San Francisco for a Game 7 on Father's Day.
yeah.
But there was one team that wore blue and gold that simply said, hold my motherfucking beer.
But wait, your team,
And says,
my team, the Bay's team.
said, yeah, we're going back to San Francisco, but we're going to a parade on Monday in the city by the Bay as for the 7th time in their franchise history, the 5th since moving to the Bay Area in 1961 and 1962, and the 4th under the ownership of Joe Lacob and Peter Guber. The story that is the Golden State Warriors
Man, do we trust them?
continues as they win their 4th final tonight, shutting up and breaking the hearts of Bostonians and Massachusetts alone, winning Game 6, 103-90.
And
Go ahead, sir.
let's go ahead and give him this nugget. Who was the last team to clinch a final in Boston? And how long ago was it? I don't like to say the team, but it was 1985.
1985.
I was nothing but 2 years old. Mr.
I was-
Irvin Magic Johnson said, you guys jump on my back. I got this. Nothing but a triple-double to clinch the finals in Boston. And that was the last time it was done until the Warriors, your team from the Bay, said, you know what? We hear all that chitter chatter, everything y'all saying, but guess what? We're in championship pedigree. This is what we do.
But not, as I said this before, yes, the year was 1985. It was in the original Boston Garden, where if you knew, it got very hot and muggy in that garden.
And hostile, real hostile.
And there was very few people that said that a certain guy who I call him 38,387 reasons why he could be the GOAT. When I say the captain, people exactly know who I am talking about.
Yes.
But those thought that he was done
Kareem
and needed to retire.
Jabbar.
Needless to say, he was the finals MVP in that finals, averaging 25 and a half points with 9 rebounds and 5 assists.
Determined.
That's all I need to say.
Yeah. But here nor there, that's enough credit. That's enough credit for the Lakers. Now let's sit here and talk about this. Now, they're a dynasty. I don't care what nobody says. This is a dynasty. Let's also go ahead and talk about that this team did not build a super team. This team started from the ground up, drafting, keeping their own core, finding the right pieces to be here. They sucked last year. Yes, they did. But you think that they held their heads low? No. They know what they needed to do. They're
here's the thing. They got to the play-in tournament, had the Lakers on the ropes, and if it wasn't for a few calls, it might have been the Lakers playing the Suns in round one as opposed to the Lakers playing the Suns in round one. But And we'll get to his accomplishments in a minute, but there was one guy by the name of Wardell Stephen Curry II that said, and I quote, "You don't want to see us next year.
We'll be back.
You don't want to see us next year."
Then March 14th, I believe Mr. Money Green quoted and said, "It don't matter what seed we get, 2, 3, we're winning the championship." I think he spoke it into existence. You know, I mean, we're spoiled, my brother. We're spoiled. I don't care what nobody says. The Bay Area, when it comes to the sports, besides before the Raiders left and the Niners and the Sharks, but the Giants and Warriors have been giving us the best years to ask for as a sports fan.
And you can sprinkle in some Stanford BCS bowl games as well. The
River Cats.
You can throw the River Cats winning the AAA World Series. You can throw in, heck, San Jose State winning a conference title.
How about the Stanford women winning the national championship?
Stanford women Cardinals. And speaking of Stanford, good luck to the Cardinals in the College World Series as they make their way to Omaha.
Omaha.
So, I mean,
we're just blessed. I mean, I'm as a sports fan, I can sit here and tell you that I'm spoiled. I've witnessed, from my perspective of my teams as a fan per se, the Warriors winning 4, the Giants winning 3. I mean, I've seen my Tar Heels win the championship. I've seen the Florida State Seminoles win a championship. I mean, all I need is my Sixers and Raiders and Sharks, and the whole circle will be complete. But just to piggyback on all right, let's dial into this game. Let's just go ahead and go ahead and give us the analysis, the breakdown, the stuff, and then we'll discuss the game. But give us the numbers and everything.
Well, we knew coming into the early part of Game 6, we knew that Boston was going to come out on all cylinders and just play desperation basketball to force a Game 7.
Whether the storm.
In San Francisco, which, first things first, I was shocked as heck that Scott Foster was not named a referee for Game 6. That shocked the hell out of me.
If I knew that the fix was in, I'm sorry, the fix was in. You cannot sit here and tell me that one referee dictate how one team plays, and it's been proven. He's 13-0 when he refs the Celtics games. No. But continue, sir. I'm sorry.
But before we get into the game, first and foremost, kudos must be given to Danny Ainge, Brant Stevens.
Yes. They will be back.
The head coach of the Boston Celtics. They are a very good, well-coached team, and this is not a fluke. They got the young core in place. They got the people in place. This will not be a one-time thing for Boston. No. They will be a force to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference for years to come. And I know that's been your thorn on the Sixers side in trying to get to the finals, is beating them. But Boston is a historic franchise.
They are
we know.
They are legit. But here's the one thing I'm gonna say about Boston though. Don't be shocked if this team is broken up. If somebody might be wanting out right now. I don't know who. Smart, Brown. I don't see Tatum going anywhere. He's the centerpiece of this team. He's the Stephen Curry.
He's the focal point. Yes.
to the Celtics. So I don't see him going anywhere. But I can see Brown wanting to go venture off somewhere. Maybe Smart. You know, Horford is getting up there long in the tooth, so he might be sitting down. I don't see Williams going anywhere because he's a force, and you need to keep somebody.
Yes, he is.
He's a force. So maybe
I would hate to see him with 2 good knees.
Thank you. And we all know that he was hurt the whole series. He was hurt
because what he did on one freaking leg. Right. Dear Lord, if I see him with 2, Lord help the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, right.
He was tremendous, but Boston got out to the gates quick, hot, in a hurry. Got to a 14-2 lead. Timeout was called, and I don't know what was said in the huddle, but then the Golden State Warriors proceeded to go on a 21-0 run to end the first quarter. And once they took the lead, they never relinquished it. But
I don't even
As
think
we've
it got
seen.
within what it got. The closest they got was within 9, 8, maybe.
8, but it seemed like whenever they got within the single digits, the Warriors would calmly push it back up to 12.
Well, what we
11,
just saying, we just
10.
kept saying what we were texting. The
Weather the
Warriors
storm.
needed to weather the storm because
Weather the storm.
you knew that Boston was going to get a run. The thing was, when the Warriors made a run, they made a run. Boston made like a 10-2 run, but the Warriors, they went 21 plus on their runs. But while we're discussing the game, though, let's discuss that. I believe if you really watch this game, the defense won the game. It was how they locked down Tatum.
Yes.
Andrew
Yes.
Wiggins was everywhere.
Yes.
Andrew Wiggins was, I mean, like I heard on the radio, if Steve Kerr called a timeout, he could have asked Wiggins and Klay Thompson what cologne was Tatum and Brown wearing. That's how in they face they were. I mean, it was team defense. I mean, Draymond Green leaving his man when he saw that pass just to disturb what was going on with their play. Hands down, yes, Curry put up 34. Yes, the scoring was there, but they held Boston to 90 points. Let's talk about that. Defense won this.
Here's the thing. But here's the thing. Everybody called out Draymond Green. Draymond Green, where are you?
Bad move.
Well, tonight,
he almost fucked around.
Tonight in Game 6, Draymond Green set the pace. Draymond Green set the tone. He was everywhere, grabbing rebounds everywhere, setting up the offense. Yes, Mr. Mason. Yes.
He hit a three. He hit a three. He hit a three-pointer. Oh, say what?
2 of them.
Say that again.
Yeah, 2.
That's dos,
2.
right? Uno, dos.
Dos.
They woke up a sleepy giant. They should have just kept their mouth closed because Draymond Green was just fine doing his role. But, you think I can't play Draymond Green basketball? And my coach is in the building?
He only had 1 foul.
Excuse me?
One foul. In 42 minutes, he had 1 foul. To go along, you might want to take a sip. Yes. 1 foul, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 shy of a triple-double.
And he was playing.
5 Warriors.
And he was
5 Warriors. 5 Warriors were in double figures tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this though, when Steph Curry took his little rest, Jordan Poole was not scared of the moment. 6. He had 15 big ones.
Yes.
Again, Andrew Wiggins was everywhere, 18.6 rebounds, 5 assists, but just the defense on Tatum. And Jason Tatum is a tremendous talent. We all know this, but Wiggins just put the clamps on him.
He was determined, bro.
I mean,
he was determined.
Yeah.
You saw, because you know what? They've been, like I said, I'm happy for Wiggins. If there's one player that I'm so happy for, the finally that he can showcase his talent, is Andrew Wiggins. I mean, he was good in Minnesota. And I don't understand why everybody is bashing him. But it's always like we say, bro, if somebody's not happy where they are, a change of scenery works for him. I mean, you hear it in his interviews when he said that when he came here, the Warriors opened up their arms. They didn't.
Not just that. He's like they are about winning, and that's the bottom line. I mean, happy for him, but for me, it's for Gary Payton II. You want to talk about paying your dues?
100. 100.
I mean, the man was willing. Even the Warriors cut him twice. He was willing to come back to be a video coordinator. That's how badly he wanted to be in the league, and gets a jersey and plays some huge minutes in these finals.
And play good defense.
And play defense.
But just wait.
he was everywhere.
Yeah, but just to
He
think
was everywhere.
he was in the G League. Just the
Yeah.
he was in. I mean, just the passion. And then to get first, and also he got hurt. I thought the season was over for him.
Yeah.
He broke something.
That spill he took in Memphis.
That dirty spill he took in Memphis.
I mean, normally somebody is not. Normally, you're on the shelf getting surgery, and you rehabbing for 2021, 2022, 2023. But just the grit of this team, and I mean, Porter gave him some good solid minutes.
Threes he made. Oh my goodness. Oh my. You know what?
Well, they shot 19 of 46 from three. That's 41%. But again, going back to Wiggins, Jason Tatum had 11 points in the first half. You want to know how many points he had in the second half?
4.
One single basket.
Oh, that
finished
dunk?
with 13 points.
That was at the dunk. So that means
that's it.
I told you.
He shot 6 of 18 in the game. 13 points. I mean, Jaylen Brown did everything but, put the cape on. I mean, he tried. Jaylen Brown had a fabulous game. Him and Steph were the game high scores. They each had 34. I mean, Jaylen Brown tried his best, did his best. Of course, you and I knew the town because we saw that firsthand at Haas Pavilion in Berkeley, California, as he roasted some Oregon Ducks on that particular evening and said, quack, quack, quack.
Ducks were.
He tried his best. I mean, Al Horford came alive in the second half. He had a tremendous third quarter.
Man, the old man. You know how I feel about Al Horford. The old man. Everything. It seemed like everything he was throwing up was going in. I'm like,
it seemed that way in the second half, but but again, as we've said all along, as we discussed, the key thing in this game was going to be what? That T word known as turnovers. And it's been no secret.
22 of them things. 22 or 23.
22.
Yeah.
23. 23 total turnovers.
Anytime they had 15 plus turnovers, they don't win. It's proven.
And the Warriors scored 27 points off of those 23 turnovers.
Now don't think out of those 22 turnovers, 13 were steals. It was not all the Boston Celtics beating themselves up. No, it was the Warriors playing defense.
Active hands, as they would say.
Hello.
But I mean, that was the story. If the Warriors turn the ball over, they don't win. Boston turns the ball over 15 plus times, they don't win.
Yeah. And plus, Boston is not really good in their own building, though. I think they're like 6 for 6. They're 5.
They were 6 and 6 in these playoffs on the parquet floor, which
that's not good.
You look at all the historic Boston teams. Out of their 17 championship banners, that normally means tremendous home court. I want to say the 85-86 Boston Celtics went 40-1 at home.
I can believe that stat
during the regular season.
That's
okay.
Is that Bill Russell?
No, that's Bird. That's Larry.
Yeah.
That was Larry Bird's. That was Larry Bird's last championship in his Hall of Fame career.
Definitely can believe
the 85-86 team. But I think they went 40-1 on their home court in the regular season.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean, that's normally winning time for the Boston Celtics. Yeah. And normally you don't see, like I said, first time in 37 years, a visiting team is popping champagne on the parquet floor. That normally does not happen in Boston, Massachusetts when it comes to the finals. It's normally you can't wait to get the F out of Boston. But tonight it's oh yeah, your visiting locker room is smelling like a little bit of the bubbly, if you will.
And screaming, "Fuck you, Draymond." Love it.
And
I love it.
And Aisha Curry can cook. Thank you very much.
Hey, Curry is a salve. like he said, he the petty king. Y'all shouldn't have gave that. Y'all gave the Boston fans gave the Warriors a lot of poster material. It was easy for them to just to come in with, and just the rebuttal that Curry came with the shirt that say Aisha Curry can cook. I mean, I need that shirt like yesterday.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I need that shirt like yesterday.
Add that to the collection. You damn right.
Yeah, that needs.
But I mean, as I've said for years, Wardell is the straw that stirs the drink. Like, it's proven. When he is not there, when he is not playing, when he is not there, it is a complete different team. You hardly don't recognize who this team is.
But isn't it crazy as we sit here and say that Curry is the straw, but Draymond Green is the heartbeat?
Yes.
And you need the heartbeat to make everything go. But it's like everybody has an interchangeable part to this team. You know, it wasn't right without Klay on the floor. And that was just proven. Klay's back on the floor and they're having fun because guess what? They're all together. You know what I'm saying? So if Draymond's the heartbeat, Curry's the straw, Klay is just fucking Robin. You know, and he doesn't mind having that. He doesn't, and that's the thing. There is no egos in this locker room. There's nobody above anyone, you know, and that's why it didn't work for KD. And that's why he left Oklahoma City. And that's why he left the Warriors. He didn't know how to, he was like a bad apple. Not saying that his talent-wise, I'm not saying talent-wise, personal-wise, he didn't mesh with this squad. On the court, poetry in motion, because you playing basketball. But we all know Kevin Durant is sensitive. We all know Draymond Green don't give a damn who you are, how much money you make. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. It's my team. So he just couldn't mess with the program. And that's why, like, I go back to Andrew Wiggins. They said he this, that, and the third about him when he was in Minnesota. But look, when he came to a well-ran organization where there's no egos. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Jimmy Butler respects Andrew Wiggins, and that's been said. That's documented. Remember when Jimmy Butler went on that rant?
Mm-hmm.
The only one that he didn't say nothing bad about was Andrew Wiggins.
When he was in Minnesota, correct.
Yes. So I'm happy he came there. I'm glad that we traded D'Angelo Russell for him, and we just got Andrew Wiggins. I believe the Warriors won the trade, clearly.
Well, needless to say, Wiggins didn't have to be the savior, if you will, as he was asked to be in Minnesota with Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, because he was the number one overall pick. That's a lot of pressure when you're the number one.
That's a lot of pressure.
The baggage is sky high. But I just believe it was almost how, like, the same thing with Jordan. When he first came in the league, he didn't have the right coach. Until who?
Well, some would say Phil, but actually Doug Collins kind of guided him.
Yeah, Collins was the one that got him to open. He opened up the potential of Jordan.
Yes.
And Phil Jackson just came there and was like, oh, we're going to run this with you, where everything involves around you. Same thing he did with Kobe. So I miss that dude, man. I really miss that dude. I think he would have been right there live at every game.
Well, needless to say, he thrived on the final stage without question. Of course, we know how we know how you feel about Afro Kobe.
I just sent you and the rest of the fam that video of him with the fro where Shaq got hurt, and what he say to the big fella? I got this, big fella. Just rest. And he erupted. Oh my God, the Mamba. I mean, I know 2-4 established the Mamba, but you look at the footage when he was 8 with the fro. That's when the Mamba was
number 8. No, number 8 wanted your soul.
Oh,
number 8 wanted your soul. 24 just simply said, "F you."
I'm just about to shit on you all day long.
Yeah.
That you guard me, it's about to be a long night for you, bro.
Yeah. 8 wanted your soul.
He wanted just
24
just embarrass you. 8.
24 just called you soft.
Easy. All right, that's twice we didn't gave Lakers love when it's supposed to be about the Warriors. That ain't happening no more. We're done. But this team, man, we didn't get a Clay. We didn't get Game 6 Clay. We didn't.
Well, apparently it wasn't needed because Wardell said, "Clay, I got this tonight."
30 fall. So wait a minute. Let's think about this. In the 2 biggest games in that arena, Steph Curry damn near torched them for 80 points.
Yes.
43 and 34. What does that come to?
41 and 30. You mean 43 and 34?
Yeah, that's what I said. 43 and 34. He torched them. That comes to
81 points.
You think he wanted the MVP?
Needless to say, I think he wanted to add that to his repertoire because really that's the only thing that he was
needed it. But here's the thing: I don't think he needed it. I think he's done enough to be that. But I guess that's what the media and the basketball world wants. But I'm sorry, when you unanimously, I said the word wrong. Say it for me.
What's that?
Unanimously. Yes. When you won the MVP that way, that should have cemented it right there. I don't know why he needed a finals MVP to put him in that whatever. But Shaq said he was already there. So I'll take Shaq's word over it.
Well, needless to say, and I posted this and I said, he is the most selfless,
yes,
unselfish teammate I have ever seen. I mean, the team rallies around him. The team loves him, but he is always in the moment, savoring the moment, and remembers everything that everybody said. Talking about they're done, they're this, that, and the third. He remembers that. But also on a sad note, sad to see Grant Liffman go, but he's getting a good job with the Atlanta Hawks. Good for him. We will miss him on. We will miss his Granalytics. We will miss him on his Warrior show that he had with Drew Schiller. Best of luck to him. But I mean, Wardell is just a very special, unique being, and he just might be. And I mean and this is because you know how I feel about number 16, and you know how I feel about number 80. You know how I feel about number 24 in green and gold.
Yes, I do.
And how I feel about number 24 that wears silver and black. Both of them, Mr. Brown and Mr. Woodson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you might have to put Wardell Steph Curry, maybe perhaps, as the greatest sports legend in Bay Area sports. You just might have to.
You know what? I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm going to just go ahead and say that I agree with you. That just look what he has done. I mean, That man has really repped the Bay like he was from here. You like he embraced the Bay Area. So yeah, I have.
And in tune, the Bay Area embraced him because I mean the man.
Oh, come on now.
The man does terrible work in the city, but he also has not forgotten the city of Oakland. Is always doing stuff in the city of Oakland. I mean, it's just.
He's special, man. He's special.
If you want to model yourself after somebody of how to be a professional as a professional athlete, there's no better example to follow than Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I mean, Dell and Sonia did a hell of a job.
Both their boys
raising that young man, and don't be surprised if baby number 4. Don't be surprised if you see an announcement from Asian talking about we got number 4 in the oven.
Wait, what I tell you? He got 3 titles. Well, now he got 4, but at the time he had 3 titles, 3 kids.
Yes.
Now he got number 4, and they're staying in Boston and ain't leaving until tomorrow. We'll be waiting 9 months.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing, and I'm looking right now. Draymond kids look just like him, bro.
Not surprising.
But
not surprising at all.
Just think about the young core that we still that they still have. Kuminga, Wiseman, Moody, the experience that they got now. So now it ain't nothing but just know your role, just putting the pieces there. Keep it going.
Well, like Stephen A. Smith said, he says he has them back in the finals next year.
Well, he has them winning. He said within the 3 years, he has them winning 2. So this is 1. But it's going to be hard because if Kawhi Leonard comes back healthy, Paul George is healthy, you get a healthy Phoenix Suns. I don't know what's going on in Utah, so I'm not gonna.
But here's the thing, though. Do you necessarily trust the Clippers?
No.
I mean, we know they. I mean, we.
No.
Talent-wise, yes.
Let me stop right there. Let me stop right. You already know how I feel about Southern California.
Yes.
Anything Southern California. The only thing I love about Southern California is what?
Your relatives.
Damn right. That's the only thing I care about is my relatives that's down in Southern California. Other than that, the 14, I don't mess with it. So no, I don't trust the Clippers.
With that said, however, that's the thing on what happens with him might trickle down on the Phoenix Suns. I'm just saying. I mean, there's reports saying that they might not bring him back.
Oh.
That could be up for grabs for say. Now the fact that Christian Wood has been added to the Dallas Mavericks, that could be a problem.
Why they do that? Why they do that?
It's Cuban being Cuban. But that's gonna take a lot of heat off Luka Doncic. I'm telling you.
Yes.
And not to mention you get a healthy Tim Hardaway Jr. back. Dallas can be a problem in 2022, 2023. I'm just saying. Memphis is going to be a problem in 2022, 2023. So
yeah,
those two teams off the bat I can see being a problem. And if he decides to freaking lose the weight
see, this is why I love doing this with you. I have this conversation just at work, discuss the same thing you just said. Memphis is going to be a problem just because of who they are. And then it was like Zion gets his thing together. So I'm glad the Warriors got this one now.
Yeah.
This was the perfect opportunity. Yeah. Oh, some teams, yeah, they beat them while they hurt. I hear it. but you play the game. That's why you sign your bench players,
Okay.
whoever you get, to come in and play when somebody else get hurt.
I hate being that guy.
Go ahead and do it, though.
I'm going to be that guy.
Go ahead and do it. Just
Okay.
do it.
I don't think the 1989 Detroit Pistons are going to feel bad because Magic Johnson tore his hamstring and missed the rest of the 89 finals. You think the Detroit Pistons of 1989 are going to give back their championship ring? Hell no. You think Michael Jordan and the 91 Bulls are going to give their ring back because James Worthy and Byron Scott weren't really healthy enough to play? You think he's going to give back his ring? No. Do you really think the 50-game champion San Antonio Spurs of 1999 are going to give back their ring just because Patrick Ewing was not available to play in that series?
Are we talking about a half season?
The point is, they're not going to give the ring back because Ewing wasn't there. Okay.
Facts.
You really think?
You know how I feel about that championship, though.
I know. And I get it. I understand it. Okay, but do you really?
That's with any team. It could have been the Warriors or the Sixers, and now they'd be like, yeah, but they didn't play a full season.
Do you really think the 2019 Toronto Raptors are gonna give back the ring because Durant tore his Achilles
and we lost Clay?
Tore his ACL?
And we lost Clay? No,
they're not gonna give back the ring.
No.
Okay, so in the record books, it's going to say the teams that played in the series and who won in how many games, not because, so and so's here. So spare me the asterisk.
The media will talk about it, though. The media will.
Okay. Spare me the asterisk. If you want something about asterisk, well, heck, every freaking championship has a goddamn asterisk. Spare me the asterisk talk.
True that.
Spare me that. You play to win the game.
Damn it, you took the word. I was just about to quote Herm.
You play to win the game. Hello. Doesn't matter who's playing, who's not playing. You suit up with who you got, and damn it, you go and play, and you give it everything you possibly can to the best of your God-given ability. That's what you do. That's
what you signed them for, right? That's why they're there. They ain't there just some are signed to be on the bench. You might never see them, but some players, you here for a reason. You just ain't here.
Okay. Eric Williams III gave all he had in this series for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, he did.
Basically playing the whole series on one freaking leg and was a force.
And was blocking stuff.
Still blocking shots and being a rim protector and still jumping up and throwing down alley-oops.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Hey.
And not even to mention the jersey that I wore tonight. But yet Steve Kerr thought enough of him, of what he meant to the franchise, and still let him get on the floor and be on the floor when they clinched the title tonight.
Well,
it's intangibles. But
I'm gonna be a homer for a second. Well, when the Warriors won their title, if LeBron had Kyrie, well, no. I don't care if Kyrie wasn't there. LeBron was there. The Warriors won. I don't want to hear nothing about if that the third. The Warriors won, and I cannot wait to watch anything that Kendrick Perkins is on. Anything he on, I can't wait for him to eat shit and eat crow, because he was the biggest homer on TV. Celtics did. Even with Celtics. Bro, really? I get it. I can't wait. Can't wait to see Stephen A. Smith. It's going to be amazing. But yeah. That's in any sport. Any sport. Football, basketball, soccer. You suit up and you go out there and play. And you play, like you say, you play to win the game.
I think one stat that is very, very big tonight that the Warriors had, out of their 44 rebounds, 15 of them were offensive rebounds.
And I think did Wiggins have most of them?
it felt like it felt like it was split between him and Draymond because it seemed like it was either one of those two.
Or you can throw Looney in there. Looney had a few offensive too.
Looney had. Speaking of Kevon Looney,
Mm-hmm.
kudos
about him.
to him because the man did not miss one single game this season.
100 and something.
104 games.
Mr. Consistent, Mr. Put me in,
but
coach.
Again,
put me in, coach.
Where would they be without his contributions? I mean, the man does the dirty work. In a sense, being an undersized 5, and all he does is just go in there and plays to the best of his ability.
And he plays defense. What big like that gets out there and plays defense? Not scared to go out there and take on the guard or the forwards. I mean, the pieces is just there. But here's the thing. What did Steve Kerr learn? He learned from Phil and he learned from Greg Popovich, two of the greats. I'm more so Greg Popovich more than Phil Jackson. Phil is a good coach, but Greg Popovich is a coach. If you catch my drift from how I'm saying
yeah.
that.
Again, and that's to take nothing away from what Phil Jackson has accomplished.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It had to be him to mend the egos of Jordan and Pippen and Rodman, and for him to mesh the egos of Kobe and Shaq.
Yep.
I can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you want to ask me who's the better X's and O's coach, I will take Popovich over Phil Jackson all damn day.
Because it's proven. Because it's proven. The Spurs can be down 20 and they'll still run the same stuff, and you will blink and they'll be up by 8. And you're like, wait a minute, what? And it's somewhat boring. But as we call, when Tim Duncan was there, they're the most fundamental team in basketball.
San Antonio fundamentals. That's what they
run everything, and it doesn't change. And you see that with the Warriors. They run stuff. They make adjustments here or there, but they're consistent with what they run because they know it works. Like we always say,
run the offense. Run the offense. Good things will happen
all day long, and that's what the Spurs do. When they run the offense, it just works. And then you throw in good defense, and like it was shown tonight. Defense, like I said earlier in the show, defense won this game. It wasn't a shootout. It didn't have to be a shootout. The Warriors ran their offense. They shot the 3 when they needed to shoot the 3, and they played good defense. Like I said, the 13 of those 23 turnovers were steals. That's good defense.
And oddly enough tonight, on the radio call, it was the old tandem of Fitz and JB on the radio call.
No.
Yes, it was. JB and Fitz called Game 6 tonight on the radio.
Nice.
And oddly
enough,
out
of retirement for the finals. Nice.
Yes. And oddly enough, it just happened to be, well, June 16th will forever be a special day in the history of the Golden State Warriors because it was 7 years ago today when this run started, when they ended the 40-year drought, hence why we're wearing the shirts. Now, don't get me wrong. All the Warriors titles are special, but for me personally, and I'm only speaking for me, the 2014-2015 team and these two teams here that clinched on the same night 7 years apart, these two runs for me are special because everyone expected the Warriors to be there in 17 and 18.
Yeah.
2015, you knew they were going to be on the rise, but sort of kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah. This particular team, they got off to an 18-2 start, then kind of struggled.
Yeah.
For a minute, there was going to be okay. It's going to be 1 or 2 seed between us and Phoenix. Then Here came Memphis out of nowhere.
Nowhere.
Then dropped down to the 3 seed.
Yeah.
But like you quote earlier when Draymond said, it doesn't matter what seed we are. At the end of the day, the Larry O'Brien Trophy is going to be in our possession and in our grasp.
I think they could have been any seed. And as long as they didn't have to play in the play-in tournament, I think any seed they would have had to do, I think they would have done it. It just so happened that they were where they were. But, I mean, what a run, man. It's like the media was certain going with the Warriors, but a lot of Celtics. It's like they just felt because of what the Celtics done. They took out Giannis, they took out Jimmy Butler, and
they swept Durant.
Yeah, okay.
And even then, after the 43-point game that Wardell had in Game 4,
they still counted out.
Even when it was tied 2-2, they still thought Boston was going to win the series, which makes it even more sweeter because the last 2 games, the Warriors put the clamps down defensively, playing good team basketball, and thus here they are hoisting their 5th since moving to the Bay Area in 61-62, and their 7th, the Golden State Warriors. Yes, the Golden State Warriors are now the 3rd winningest franchise in the history of the National Basketball Association. They just passed the Chicago Bulls 6 because they were tied with Chicago for 6. And all 6 of those started and ended with Michael Jordan. The Bulls ain't been relevant since he retired after the 98 finals. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. And of course, for most of us that are Barry fans, most of our life, the Warriors have sucked big time.
Big time.
I mean, on certain games, you knew the Warriors were going to get their ass kicked, but here we were, still in our colors, talking about go Warriors, okay? So understand when we say that we feel like we're spoiled, because you have to understand. Run TMC, unfortunately, was a glimpse, and they broke that up too soon. And I'm still pissed off 31 years later that they traded Mitch Richmond for Billy fucking Owens. Really, Nelly? Nelly, I love you. You've done some good things, but what in the hell are you trading Mitch Richmond for Billy Owens for?
You should have fired yourself after you did it.
As the GM, yes. Stay as the head coach, but get somebody else to run the front office.
Yeah, you should have fired yourself after you did that.
And then the possibilities you could have had with a returning Tim Hardaway, with him and Sprewell on the backcourt and a front court of Mullen, Weber, and Ronnie Cycli. But no! You and Weber can't get along, and you want to trade him for Tom Gugliotta. What are you doing?
Not Tom Gugliotta.
Then comes in Chris Cohan. Yeah. Chris Cohan. WTF. Then you change the logo. Thunder by the Bay.
Thunder.
Then you go to those colors that were there, even though and then there's, the one magical run of We Believe, which was tremendous. God bless Baron Davis and those boys. But
Hugo will never be the same. No matter where he goes, when somebody looks at him that's a Warrior fan or knows basketball, ooh, Baron Davis. And my man lifted his shirt up, man. Hey, okay. I'm gonna tell you exactly where I was at. I was living in Davis, and I was working at the university, and I was cleaning, but it was everybody was gone, and they had the game on the TV, and I'm sitting there. I got the little push thing in my hand that sweeps up stuff. I seen him do it, and he cocked it back. I'm over here doing this, and once he dunked it, I remember that was like the greatest moment in basketball Warrior history. We didn't see some stuff because we do have Jason Richardson. He brought the slam dunk title back to the Bay Area.
But you want to talk about in-game dunks.
Oh, well, Baron Davis Davis and Andrew Wiggins.
Now, just imagine if Baron Davis didn't have bad knees, because if you ever watched Baron Davis at UCLA pre-bad knees, Baron Davis would posterize you. I'm just
see, that's in the days when Dad was talking shit when Baron Davis was at UCLA. I'm like, oh, I see you. Y'all got yourself a little superstar down there, huh? All right, yeah.
Oh, leave it to Dad to be Dad.
Yeah,
but I mean, the Chris Cohen era, and then Joe Lacob, who, along with Peter Guber, were part of the ownership with the Celtics, left them to come buy the Warriors. So some of that championship DNA pedigree that Boston has been known for came to play.
Sweeter. This championship is even sweeter.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We keep going back. We wanted this finals years back, even when they were younger. I wanted this series even before Tatum and them got there. I wanted the Celtics because they were the shit. Period. I wanted it.
As we always say, you want to beat the team that has the most championships, that sets the standard. Like in Major League Baseball, you want to beat the Yankees in the World Series.
Off top.
In college football, you want to beat Roll Tide. That's who you want to beat.
Facts.
Like I said, in the NBA Finals, depending on which conference you're in, you want to beat the Lakers, you want to beat the Celtics. That's who you want to beat.
That's the third time we didn't talk about the Lakers. We ain't doing it no more, bro.
Well, they don't know what they want to do.
Oh, you know what? Let's go there. Let's go there before we wrap up. Let's go there. So, the King doesn't want to sign a contract.
And I'm growing my hair back. Okay.
Well, we know that.
I don't see any growing right now. Okay. So. He's not saying a contract. This on LeBron won't be bald no more. I've been good for most of the year. I had to go there. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. Screw all that. I'm not sorry I said it. It is what it is. But Joe Lacob bought that championship pedigree along with Peter Guber. And they said that one banner of 74-75 is lonely. There needs to be some more.
Oh.
And they have brought 4 more under their ownership when they bought the team in 2010. So you can see that Joe Lacob was really humbled. And again, it was the sweetest one because, again, he's a Bostonian. Him and Peter Guber are from Boston. Obviously grew up Celtics fans. So there you go. So, I mean, anytime you can add the legendary Boston Celtics to your resume of being in the finals it's pretty damn important. Because that said, you denied them from getting their 18th banner because they have 17 of them. I mean, when you think of the Boston Celtics, it's tradition, it's history, and it's championships. Unfortunately, it's the same thing with that damn team that plays in Southern California that we're not going to say their name anymore.
I agree.
But to recap, once again, the Golden State Warriors beat the Boston Celtics 103-90 to claim their 5th championship since moving to the Bay Area in 61-62, the 4th championship under the Steve Kerr, Joe Lacob, Peter Guber era, and to Steve Kerr, who is a better human being than a head coach. Needless to say, man is moving up there in the upper echelon. I mean, you now have 9 rings, 5 as a player, 4 as a coach.
And ain't done.
No, he's one away from tying his mentor in Popovich.
That says a lot. But
we know how much Kerr just simply adores Popovich. There's a deep respect and admiration between the two.
Sure.
And I mean, and again, me and my co-host, my dear brother, we were skeptical about Steve Kerr being that coach. We were because you know what. And again, God bless Mark Jackson for creating the culture.
Yes.
Of making them better.
Yes.
But again, you can't talk about the ownership's son and his orientation. You can't do that, unfortunately. And again, we were adamant like Steve Kerr from the booth, from TNT. What? But as they say, and now he was the first to earn the moniker in Kerr We Trust. So it's like whatever him and Bob Myers and Joe Lake decide, why should I question it? Because
that's exactly what we said. Well,
six appearances at the finals in 8 years. One of that being 5 straight appearances in the finals, and now you win your fourth. And now you win your 4th title in that 8-year span. Why should I question the moves that y'all make? When
I'm looking forward to next season.
When you keep doing the results. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing
October will be here like that. So let's go.
I mean, I really can't wait to see Wiseman play with the 4 starters of Higgins, Curry, and Thompson. And then Thompson will be fully 2 years removed. So now you really might see Clay be Clay in 2022, 2023. I want to see the continued growth of Gary Payne II. I want to see the continued growth of Kuminga and Moody.
Yes. Yes. This thing is the sky's the limit. Even though we said there's going to be some when teams get right, because Dallas is going to we went through the list, but development of all those players that we just said, oh Lord, just it's not. Hey.
And not to mention, you know, people are going to want to come to the Bay Area to play with this team, to play with Steph. And let's just get this out the way. Public service announcement: LeBron James, stay the fuck away. Stay the fuck away. Stay the fuck away. Did I mention stay the fuck away? I mean, yes.
I will feel crappy if he comes there and they win the title. Because remember, when KD came, like, why? Why? I understand, but why? I know.
Again, now, fans, by no means does that mean no, KD, don't come to our team of playoffs. That's not what we're saying.
No, I love the game. I will take the talent all day.
Because you are a damn lie if you're gonna sit there saying, no, KD, don't come to my team. No, don't come. You a damn lie.
No.
You a damn lie. Okay.
I just felt the Warriors didn't need him.
They didn't.
I mean, yes, he got two with him, but I was like, they won one without him.
They got to 2 without him. One without him.
Yeah.
Would have won 2 if Draymond Green didn't get testicle happy.
So it's like, why? So now if they sign LeBron, I'm like, that's overkill, bro. That's like, I'm not gonna watch basketball. I literally will not watch basketball if LeBron James signs with the Warriors. I won't do it. It won't be fun.
No.
I can't do.
It's more fun to beat them.
Thank you.
It's more fun to beat them, and it's more fun when the Lakers are in disarray. Yes, spoken like a true fan that does not like LA sports teams. Yes, I said it. So you stay with the Lakers so we can beat you on the playoffs. There, I said it. Now, just to put a final capper on this amazing night for the Bay Area and an amazing night for Dub Nation. No pun intended. Warriors beat the Celtics 103-90. Wardell, Stephen Curry. The only thing that was missing on his mantle was Finals MVP, and he gets it unanimously, averaging over 30 points in the series. Tremendous series. Tremendous series for Andrew Wiggins. Draymond Green almost got a triple-double in the clinching game, and it was just, I mean, as everybody wants to talk about, the Warriors being a jump shooting team. Charles Barkley, fuck you too.
That horse shit. Eat it.
You really have to eat horse shit now because you said that you would. So Kenny Smith, remind him, please.
And record it. I want to see it.
Ernie Johnson will make a broadcast of it. That's for dang sure. But anyhow, for those that want to celebrate, the parade is Monday in the city. So you might want to camp out Sunday night.
I'm off.
He's off. He might go to the city, folks. That would be great to experience a championship parade.
There's a chance.
It definitely would be awesome. Now, if I can find his final stats of the series, just to show you how special he was in this series, as I'm looking for it. Let's see. Is it there? Well, let's go here. Let's see if I can find basketballreference.com. Here we go. NBA Finals. Trying to get some final stats here, folks, before we sign off for now. Search, I said. Okay, let's go here. All right. Don't tell me no error. What's wrong with you? Don't tell me page not found. What is your problem?
Are you having technical difficulties over there, sir?
No, basketball reference is not cooperating with me right now. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh, well, by the way, while we have this is our commercial, I guess. We'll give a shout out to my son with the music, the beats that you hear. This is his beats, and we're putting his beats out there. So if anybody likes what you hear, throw a shout out in the comment section. This is his this is what he's doing right now.
Being a super dope beat maker. That's all I can say. Well, actually, you know what? Also, a big shout out to Oakland's own Juan Toscano Anderson.
The first.
Yes. I'm going to the other side because I am damn proud to be half Mexican. First player of Mexican descent.
Go ahead.
I should have played some Chente, but that's okay. First of Mexican descent.
Yes.
To win an NBA title and to do it with his hometown team. That's
special.
That's quite the accomplishment, man.
Special, man, that's special.
I'm telling you. So yeah, June 20th, the parade will be in the city by the bay. So wear your Warriors gear. I know some people are going to be out there. My co-host might be there, live and in color, if you will.
Maybe I might record, and then I don't know. Maybe. Well, I don't know. You're off Monday, right?
I am.
There could be a live show because I can use
Oh boy.
my phone while I'm there. Hey, why not?
Okay. Can we? Okay, that's for his numbers. Can we get his average in the finals? Can we get those stats, please? Dadgummit, come. Oh,
The internet, right?
yeah, the internet. But also, you can see how special it was for him. I mean, what more can you really say? I mean, it was the one not many people expected, but it's it's one of the most special ones out of the four. Like I said, this one and the first one, just tremendous.
Yeah.
It's just a tremendous story. It's all I can. It's all I can say. The range of emotions, the just how now some people have said that now Curry has entered the top 10 of one of the great players of all time.
He already been there if you ask me.
Well, now that he's had that MVP, it's hard not to put it. It's hard not to put him in there.
Correct.
And to do it in front of Jesus Shuttlesworth, who was at the game in a bright blue suit, and the chief Robert Parrish, who was a Warrior first, by the way, and ended up getting traded, and the Warriors trade him along with a draft pick that ended up being Kevin McHale to the Celtics.
Yes.
So, needless to say, Celtic royalty was in the building, but the Warriors found a way to just to get it done. Just amazing. But that's the end of the NBA season. It's now time to rest the ankles and go in the summer. And it's time to get a new shirt.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Time to get a new shirt. So
Maybe.
now with that said, the Stanley Cup Finals, the stage is yours. Wimbledon, the stage is yours. And next month, training camp as we get closer to the National Football League. And actually for some, next week, you have the playoffs for the USFL, just to throw that in there. But nonetheless, again, one final shout out to the Golden State Warriors, NBA champions again. They're first in 4 years. They're fourth in 8 years. They're seventh overall. But also, kudos to the Boston Celtics for a tremendous season. They'll be back. They're not done making some noise by any means. They will retool, reload. They'll be back. And it's quite unique that the season just ended, but next week it's already the NBA draft.
Wow.
Yeah, that part.
You're moving.
That part. But nonetheless, that does it for now. So again, leave your comments. Again, if you have a subject that you want us to talk about, or just any feedback, let us know. We do this for y'all. And actually, for one thing, I think this is the actual first show that we actually stayed on the actual subject and didn't dwindle off. That's an accomplishment for us.
It almost like we were going to go there for a second, but we kind of brought it back together. But when we did get off a little subject, it was intertwining with what we were aiming with. But man.
But also in addition, two final thank yous. Final thank you to Kenny Atkinson. All the best with the Charlotte Hornets. Thank you,
Mike Brown,
for your years of service to the Warriors staff. Mike Brown, all the best in Sacramento. Hopefully you can turn that situation around. Thank you for your many years of service as part of the coaching staff. Certainly don't want to not give them their flowers as they now venture off into being head coaches. They were tremendous additions to the staff, helped Steve Kerr a lot. We want to, give them kudos and, but the Warriors always seem to find diamonds in the rough with these coaching staffs. So There you go. But this has been a Homer Golden State Warrior edition, not ashamed to say it, of the Mizzle and Dub Show, as Mizzle is showing off the Warrior gear,
Yes.
if you will. But no, Warriors beat the Celtics 103-90 to claim their fourth NBA title under the Joe Lacob, Peter Guber group under Steve Kerr, their seventh title overall, their fifth since moving to the Bay Area, as they beat the Boston Celtics in 6, 4 games to 2. So,
as I picked,
that was the original prediction, even though he was skeptical that it would go to 7 just in case they would throw in Scott Foster. But no, there was no fix. The Warriors said there will be no fix today. Steve Kerr said, we're going to Boston and we're going to finish this in Boston. And they popped the bubbly in the parquet floor in Boston, Massachusetts. So,
yes,
he's Mizzle. I'm Dub. Damn it. It's 12:05. It's 5 o'clock some damn where.
oh yes, I'm popping up in
And-
one more. What's one more before I lay my head because
And
it's a celebration.
it's a celebration, bitches. Celebration.
You damn right it
You
is.
want to smoke some with your boy Rick James. and if you're in the city, because we know the city and the Bay is not going to
Going
sleep
dumb
tonight,
right now. Dumb.
please
Be safe.
be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Enjoy the moment. Celebrate the moment. Celebrate the Warriors. But please be safe out there and save some of that energy for Monday at the parade, because you know it's going to be in record numbers. I'm just saying.
It could be a live show. It could be.
It could be a live show with my brother in attendance at the parade, some damn where in that mass amount of humanity.
Nervous as hell. Nervous.
Well, God be with you if you do decide to go.
Thank you. Thank you. It's
But
always
you
a
might-
pleasure, brother. It's always
Indeed. And you know, one more time
Hold on one more time.
for the people in the back. Warriors.
Warriors. This never gets old. I can do this every year. Every
With
year.
that said, good night, Canada. Buenas noches, Mexico. And we really need to get some damn flags.
Yes, we do.